How would it feel to land $70,000 worth of new client sales within 10 days? Would it change your business? Would it change the way you think about your business? And most importantly, would it change your life? Welcome to the High Performance Consciousness Podcast. My name is Matthew Patty, and today is a very, very special episode because what you're about to listen to is a deep dive interview I did with a fabulous client of mine, Jennifer Anderson. Let's follow her journey over the last 2.5 months. Let's call it 2.5 months because it's probably been 2 months, but her results are off the charts. And why are they off the charts? They are off the charts because she decided to go all in. She decided to let go of all the noise and disruption going on outside of her and inside of her. And she clicked into alignment. She created a single golden thread, which netted her $70,000 in new high vibration client sales within a 10-day period. And this is just before Christmas. So I invite you to sit back, take lots of notes. There is a lot of gold in this interview as we deep dive into exploring a 70K month. Enjoy.
I don't even know the last I told you. So I now have 3 new one-to-one clients, probably 4. I booked another one-to-one call for Wednesday. I have a one-to-one call tomorrow. I signed another person up for Master Your Inner Wealth this morning. Another one signed up on Saturday. And so I have calls with those 2 in the future as well here. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, this is so easy.
So good, Jen. So good. I was almost tempted to get the recording rights for myself because I thought, well, this is the end of the year, and this is the stuff of magic, right? Mm-hmm. This is the stuff that most people spend a year, 2 years trying to figure out.
It feels like this is like the wrapping on the year, 2 years that I've tried to figure out. So now it's like, okay. Now it's all coming together exactly how I've tried to force it together for the last 1.5 years is what it feels like.
Love it. So let's just do a quick little recap. Yeah. So 3 one-on-ones currently confirmed.
Yes.
At what price?
At 18,000. 2 at 18,000 on payment plans.
Yeah.
It actually feels so exciting to me because I've never had. Now I have $3,000 coming in from each of them, so $6,000 coming in monthly for the next 6 months. One that's probably going to pay in full this week. She's just moving some money around, but 99% sure it's going to be a pay in full. And
that's 15, is it?
Yes, 15 at pay in full.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I'm touching base with tomorrow, she will be number 4. And she was talking about moving money around already too. So I'm pretty sure she's going to pay in full tomorrow.
And so let's just take a stock of that. let's just take the 3.
Yeah.
So you've got essentially, let's just do the maths really quickly. 218, so 36 plus 15 in full. So that's going to be 51. Plus another 15 potentially takes you to 66.
Yeah.
Does that already surpass last year's financial earnings? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Combined. Yes.
Good. Combined. So let's talk about the end of year little program.
Okay.
What's how many have hit the sign on that?
8.
8.
Yeah.
At how much? 500.
Yeah.
Okay. So and they've already paid, already done.
One is a payment plan. Yes.
Good. So $4,000 right there.
Yeah.
Jen.
Yeah.
Jen.
I know.
So let's just do really basic maths. 66 plus 4 is what?
70.
70 what?
Like other than $70,000?
That's what I wanted you to say. $70,000,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
You're amazing. That's fantastic.
I burnt off the old self on
And
Saturday
this,
in a very cool
oh,
way.
you did?
I did. It hit me
Did you make snow angels?
just about. I went to a clothing store that I've always told myself for 2 years that someday I'm going to walk in and buy whatever I want. And it's not like an outrageously priced clothing store, but it's not cheap. And I was just like, I'm not looking at a single price tag. I'm buying whatever I want today. And I just bought it all. And then I cried really hard for like 3 minutes on the drive home. And it was beautiful. It was like a happy cry. It was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I can't believe this is happening. And then I made a post about it, and I had 1,000 people reach out to you. It was the most engagement by 10x that I've ever had. And so then I had another post kind of breaking it down a little bit more, because I posted so fast in the heat of the moment that I was like, I don't know if this even makes sense, but the energy is here. And so I'm doing it right in this moment.
So good, Jen. So good.
Yeah. And it's been awesome.
Love it. And I love those tears of confirmation. So that's the release. That's the falling away of the old self. That's the thank you. You've done your time. Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah. Memorable. Super memorable.
It will be.
So what do you know about yourself now that you were curious about months ago or didn't know about yourself?
That I can charge those prices and not squirm, like for my own self. And when I don't squirm, they don't squirm. And I wanted to believe that, but I was still so like locked into like, oh, that's a lot of money. I don't know. I don't think so. I signed a psychologist on Friday. She's gone to school.
Go figure, right?
9 years. And she wants me to help her go online because she doesn't make very much money.
Love it. Love it. More and more of the health professionals are going to do that. Totally see that.
And it was just like, it would have been intimidating. I didn't know her at all going into the call, but I would have been so intimidated by that 3 months ago. And I was just like, no, I know I can help you 100%. Yeah.
So what was the shift? What was, like, we had a conversation 10 days ago, Jen.
I know. I've been trying to pick up on the exact shift.
Is it because I got a bit grizzly with you? I just went straight to it and just said, look.
Maybe. But in a cooler way, because I've had grizzlies before. And grizzlies before haven't helped me. I've turtled. So it's like in a more loving fashion.
It wasn't aggressive grizzly.
No.
It was standing on the back legs, 14 foot tall, just saying, come up and see the view. Stop playing silly. Stop playing so small.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the one thing is going all in, right?
Completely going all in.
Going all in.
Is that conversation of me knowing that I needed to book that trip and having the awareness of like, this is just like the house. You have to go all in, Jen. It's pretty cool.
Good. So going all in as the master elf, the elf at the top of the tree.
Yep.
Love it.
It's so
Love
good.
it.
Yep.
And so just from the perspective of what has changed your daily activity, have you refined it? Have you been working more, less? What's changed, do you think?
I worked less today, and I still sold somebody into the program this morning, just from a feeling this morning of like, shoot her a message. And then 3 minutes later, PayPal dinged me to say that she had signed up. I don't know how I just detached more, in the last 10 days. Because I'm still like, I'm doing the same meditations, but they feel completely different. They just feel everything feels so much lighter and easier.
Just that one moment.
Yeah.
Just the pin dropped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the beautiful thing that I've observed over the last, 3 and a bit months is that you didn't give up. You might have jostled.
Yeah.
And played skirmish with yourself.
Yeah.
But you kept showing up. You kept showing up, and you were real. You said, today's a crappy day, or this moment's this is great, whatever it is. And you kept going. And taking action was another thing.
Yes, action.
You leant in. You leant in. You tried all these things, which is really, you burn off the debris, you burn off the density, you burn off the trauma, the drama, the karma, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And you do the work, but you start building more alignment with your work and with your focus.
Mm-hmm. Like 2-3 weeks ago, I thought to myself, I've never argued so much with my family in the last 2 years over just stupid little shit. And then it flipped after. It's kind of like after I became aware of that, also came into play with the switch.
Mm-hmm. And we spoke about that because you were aware of it. You go, I'm catching myself, because you can feel this resistance. The nervous system is wanting to push back. It's wanting to fight, which is the old self.
And then continuing to take action. Now that you say that, I would have then stepped back and been like, you need to check yourself of why you're doing this with them. And I would have taken that as I need to go inward. Whereas I was like, no, I'm still going to keep taking the same action each day with sharing with people.
And what about your messaging? What about the language that you're using now?
I'm not really thinking about it like I used to. Like, I'm not analyzing.
So where's it coming? Yeah.
It's just like, just right here. It's like in the moment, instead of like, what should I post? What's the proper thing to post? How should I phrase this? Who should I talk to? No, it's just like, now, this is what I post right now.
Good. And so now the conversation, so this is, getting close to 20 questions. The ladies that have lent in and said, yes, I'm all in because I can smell and feel vibrationally that you're all in.
Yeah.
Who are they? Like what are they wanting? What's been the pivotal decision for them to say yes with working with you?
Essentially, like trusting and believing in themselves in a bigger sense. One is from a business side. One is completely just her relationship with her husband, which is actually fascinating because I've talked to you about her before and I really wanted to work with her, but I didn't know how to approach it. And then a second one as a business. I think it's just relationship to self, all of it. Like if you get deeper into it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So the conversation they're having with themselves, their beliefs, what they want.
They want to believe they can have it all.
Well, there's language there that you've just used.
Mm-hmm.
They want it all. They've got success maybe in their relationship, but not with the relationship with themselves. Mm-hmm. They've got success maybe in their business, but not in their relationship or the relationship with themselves.
Yeah.
They've got success in one aspect, but they want to unify it. They want to make it more whole in their life.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. So messaging now is coming from the heart. We're getting out of the head. The head is all about survival. I'm having to survive. I'm wanting to really strategize and think the best, most crafty way that I can get into the market and get clients. Mm-hmm. And that's the battle. And then you just dropped in and said, okay, I need to be more of me and share more of me so that other people can hear, see, sense, and feel more of me to know that the decision I've been considering is the right decision to work with Jen.
Yes.
So they're the half a step away market. They're the people that are watching you, that never like, never comment, never share. And you go, where is everyone? They're watching. And they're just waiting for you to show up and go all in. Very good. And what did you say close to the beginning of our time? How many one-on-ones did you want?
6.
Here it comes.
I know.
On your way.
I know. Over Christmas and New Year's, I just feel it that it's all coming. And then we're gonna have to talk about it in the new year though, because then I'm gonna go, well, now what do I
do? Yeah, that's right. We go up, but deeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I honestly, the 6 was like, deeper. I'll do 6 people over 4 months is what my thought was. Because then that's $20K a month. And then now I'm like, ooh, if you sign all 6 right now, what are you going to do next month? Just
We'll absolutely talk about that because the clients that are the keepers. Yeah. So imagine for every 10 people you speak to that are the aligned ideal client,
Yeah.
let's say 4 out of the 10 sign right now, as an example. Like your ratios are a lot higher than that because you've chunked through some messy stuff beforehand.
Yeah.
So let's say 40%.
Yeah.
Now, though, for every 4, let's say that 2 continue with you for the next 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the others have to think about it or whatever. So the lifetime value of your client really becomes a year, 2, 3 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk about that. And so then those 8 people that have come into the mini program, let's say that there's a ratio of the same there.
I already said that.
Out of those 8.
There's a couple that I know aren't ready for one-to-one, but I'm like, perfect, because we're just going to work through this little mini program together, and then you're going to be ready for one-to-one. And I've already talked to all your money limiting beliefs through this program. And yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So good, Jen. What you're not coming from now is coming from lack.
Mm-mm.
A lot of coaches come from lack.
Well,
they try and market
I have
from lack.
lived that life.
Never again. And that's where now you can look back on hindsight and you can say, I remember when I marketed from lack. I remember when I was hustling because I was in lack. I remember when I was lowering my prices because I was in lack.
Yes.
I remember when I wasn't charging what I was worth because I was in lack. Yeah. And so now, because you're, exalted, you're raised to a new level. Let me ask another question then, Jen. Where was your level of trust in self 3 months ago?
I was crying to you, Matt. Wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
No.
Where is it now, Jen?
Like millions. Like it feels so
trust
good.
in self.
Yes. Like when I messaged somebody like that girl this morning, I'm like, I have no doubt. My words were more abrupt with her than I would use with most people, but we've worked together in the past. And it's just like, no, this is exactly what's needed right here for her. I will be able to help whoever comes across that I align with. I just feel like, yeah, there's no question.
Goddess.
Yeah.
Power. Goodness me. Wow. So the trust in the self, now you're trusting the impulses, you're trusting that you're getting the right signals at the right time to take the right action. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And you're doing it. Mm.
Yes.
I mean, there is a foundational strategy for you personally and vibrationally.
Yes. That part's strategic.
So you have a new foundation, a stronger foundation.
Yeah.
So how is this experience different to other experiences that you've had with other mentors, coaches, masterminds?
I've thought about it the last week for sure. Because it's kind of like on Friday, I felt like I won an Emmy. And I was like, and I thank you. And I thank you. And I thank you. And I was like going through all the mentors I've had
so good.
after the last couple of years. That's honestly what it felt like as I signed my third one-on-one client for a week. That was crazy. I think a lot of it is just like the vibration that you hold. You just hold like to a level of, I'm not coming down, Jen, so you can come up, but I'm staying right here is how it feels. And so there's like this push. There's definitely like weeble wobble on my side, but no, like he's there. So I got to come up. I have to come up. It's not a choice.
So good. So good. As you're messaging me late last week, and me coming back and saying, remember to stay where you are. Like, remember to be here right now and enjoy it. Take as many snapshots of this, energetic snapshots, memories. This is how it feels.
Yes.
Yeah.
It feels just like easy. Of a couple times on the weekend, I caught myself going, "Oh shit, what are you going to do for the work this week?" And I was like, "No, like work is good, and I have calls coming up, and I have money in the bank, and money flowing so easily to me right now." But it was fascinating of like, "Oh, you should worry about this for half a second," and then I was like, "No, I don't need to worry about that for half a second any longer, or force myself out of it." It's always felt like I've needed to like you have to go for a walk, or you have to meditate, or you have to do these things that are going to make you feel better. Whereas I'm like, I want to meditate because I feel good and it feels better. And going to sleep at night, I want to do the visualizations. Whereas like other nights, like a month ago, I was like, you got to do this. You got to do this. Stop it. You're not doing it properly. And now it's just like, no. However, it works out. I'm doing it properly tonight.
Fantastic.
Hmm. I'm so excited to work with them. So when you said visualize yourself next month of like helping these women and how you'll feel different and how that'll feel different, I'm just so pumped for all of these calls with one-on-one because I just know there's just like I don't know how it happened. Matt, you explain it to me deeper of just this like the knowing is solid. Before the knowing was like, is this the right answer for them? I was so channeled in. I did a deep dive on Saturday morning with a lady for 3 hours, and I was so channeled in. I've never been so channeled. I've never. She was just like, "What? What? How do you? How do you? How do you?" And I was like, "Shit, I know stuff. Stuff does come through."
Amazing. Amazing.
Mhm.
That's so if you don't mind me sharing,
Yeah.
it's because I can see that you have clicked into alignment. So alignment is it's some people might say, look, it's malalignment or misalignment. No, you're always aligned. It just depends on what your frame of reference is. Am I aligned to what I want
Yeah.
fully or partially or not at all? And so you've clicked into full alignment now. And when you click into full alignment, all the energy centers start to light up and you become a direct source
Yeah.
of information.
Yeah.
And so because your levels of trust have gone up in yourself, your inner conversations have risen
Yeah.
in value and vibration. Now you become an open instrument to source, to divine.
It's something I've cried over wanting. And now I'm just like, it's just there.
It's there. It's there.
Yeah.
You know, we come here from angelic realms, let's say,
Mhm.
into human form to experience human form.
Mhm.
And but we've got our brothers and sisters still in angelic form, saying, "I wish I could be different." We're all angels here. Everyone shines brightly. It gets a bit boring sometimes. I wish I could be different. I wish I could have a dense body to walk around in. Then we come here to be different. Then we look at everyone else saying, "I'm no different. I'm the same," and I'm judging myself as I'm judging everyone else.
Yeah.
So how much of a dichotomy is that? Look back, look up. You know.
Yes. So
So
true.
we're all the best kept secret. So if your true nature, your true plugged in, dialed in, connected nature is angelic,
Mhm.
why the F would you not show up in your full glorious form
Yeah.
and shine so bright, so bright, and hold space for yourself, but hold space for someone else? So happy for you. I can just, what did you say, like the Emmy or the Golden Globe?
The Emmy. Yeah.
Just kiss.
Wearing a nice dress. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
so good.
I
So
messaged
good.
quite a few of them. Yeah.
And hubby,
Mhm.
what's his feedback been?
He's so good. Yeah, he's so good.
And the kids?
Awesome. Everybody is just awesome.
Absolutely love it. You're a genius.
That's great.
Absolute genius.
I love it.
So happy for you.
Thank you.
Knowing what you know now, what would you say to someone in your situation who is considering working with me?
Go all in. Jump in the lake. Don't
Jump in the lake.
hesitate.
And the woman in the lake will give you the Excalibur sword.
Yes. Don't wait, because we both know I've waited for a year to work with you because I was like, it's not time. I'm not ready. I need to do all of these different. I wrote so many stories about it. And then the things that have shifted in 2 months only, Matt, that I'm reaching for $70,000 and I only wanted to reach like a consistent $7,000 a month 2 months ago.
10x, baby, right there.
Yeah.
It's all you. How corny is that? It's all you, right?
It is corny, but it's crazy. It's cool. So yeah, go all in. If you have any question, you have to go in.
Love it, Jen. So good. So good. I am so excited for you.
I'm so excited.
So excited. This is just the best news. Nothing fills me more than seeing people win.
I know.
And win in the knowledge of how they've done it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Coolest experience.
So good.
This is like December 2020. I don't care about a pandemic. It has been the most fantastic freaking year ever.
And sometimes we need to kiss some frogs before we find our business prince or princess, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, so we have to try some of this and try some of that. We're not ready, and you were. Yeah. Enjoy it, Jen. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
So how was that? Did you enjoy the interview? Did you pick up lots of golden threads, lots of pearls that you can begin to apply to your coaching business, your consulting business this very day? Everything that Jen shared is the result of everything that I share with you in this podcast. And if you want to go deeper into your own journey, deeper into exploring what it feels like to experience the kinds of results that are 10x, 20x, what you're currently doing in your coaching and consulting business, then I highly, highly encourage you and recommend that you join me in Mind School, which is a free group inside Facebook. So you can go to matthewpaddy.com/Mind School and register, or you can just go straight to Facebook and put in The Real Mind School and find the Facebook group. Inside the group, you're going to find lots of wisdom, lots of strategies, and breakthrough moments so that you can grow your business, you can achieve financial independence and freedom and emotional stability in growing your own business and living life on your terms. So if that's of interest to you, go straight now and to matthewpaddy.com or to Facebook and look up The Real Mind School with me, Matthew Paddy. I'll see you on the inside. From me here to wherever you are in the world, dream a better dream. And remember, it's all you, baby. See you in the field.